musician, where we have reports that police has finally identified the police officer behind the shooting of the musician. And then from Osun State, IG orders probe into police and SCDC officers' confrontation. On education, we have the presidency urging the youths, school is not a scam as some people say it. We need education. That's what the presidency is saying, to foster growth and economic development, especially in the future. And then on PMS, this item is one trending story. In fact, we have a lot of stories on this particular item. Can we go back to PMS now? We'll look at PMS, where the IPMAN is talking about the scarcity, and they're saying scarcity will ease soon. How exactly will this happen? They took their time to explain to us. We'll bring you the details of that story when it's time. And then on fuel subsidy, you are behind harsh policies. NLC fires IMF. Remember, IMF denied claims of being behind the harsh policies in Nigeria. They have said that the fuel subsidy removal is a domestic affair, and really it's not something that has to do with them. But the NLC have contrary opinion to this one, and they have fired back at the IMF, and they gave their reasons, backing it up with claims. We'll find out more about that details when we get there. On PMS, 10,000 fuel stations to shut down amidst crisis. I wonder what happens when that happens. 10,000 fuel stations in Nigeria to shut down amidst crisis. And then IMF saying we'll soon come to that point where we'll no longer have fuel scarcity. These two stories are like contrary stories, and I would like to find out what my guests will have to say in comparing these stories. We'll go on a short break, and after that we'll let you know what the details are, who our guests are. We have a resident from Enugu who will be talking to us about that particular shooting of the musician. We'll take his thoughts on that story, what's happening in Enugu right now, and what the residents of that state are saying, and down to how they feel now that the police has finally pointed out the police officer who is involved, or who was involved in that shooting. My name is Enidoye Jackson. I'll go on a break, and after that we'll be back to begin the show. Please stay with us.
The people of Maiduguri need your help. A catastrophic flood has engulfed the city, leaving over 1 million residents stranded and fighting for survival. Entire communities are submerged, with people trapped inside homes and on rooftops cut off from food, clean drinking water and essential supplies. Health experts are warning of a potential outbreak of deadly diseases, and medical facilities are out of commission. The situation is dire. Helicopters, boats and high-riding trucks capable of navigating the treacherous, waterlogged areas are urgently required to reach the countless men, women and children still awaiting rescue. The Nigerian media is issuing a desperate plea to the government, humanitarian organizations, international actors and citizens across the nation. Step in now, before it's too late. For more information on how you can help, contact Professor Usman A. Tar, the Honorable Commissioner for Information and Internal Security, Borno State, on 0809-233-3955. Every second counts.
This is powered by Atlantic Television Network.
from the lines across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains. Through the Sahara, we bring all the sport news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economic, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today, only on ATN.
The people of Maiduguri need your help. A catastrophic flood has engulfed the city, leaving over 1 million residents stranded and fighting for survival. Entire communities are submerged, with people trapped inside homes and on rooftops cut off from food, clean drinking water and essential supplies. Health experts are warning of a potential outbreak of deadly diseases, and medical facilities are out of commission. The situation is dire. Helicopters, boats and high-riding trucks capable of navigating the treacherous, waterlogged areas are urgently required to reach the countless men, women and children still awaiting rescue. The Nigerian media is issuing a desperate plea to the government, humanitarian organizations, international actors and citizens across the nation. Step in now, before it's too late. For more information on how you can help, contact Professor Usman A. Tar, the Honorable Commissioner for Information and Internal Security, Borno State, on 0809-233-3955. Every second counts.
This is powered by Atlantic Television Network.
From the lines across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring all the sport news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economic, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today. Only on ATN.
Yes.
That's
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I can hear you. I can hear you. All right, thank you so much for standing by. We appreciate you. Let's move on to our first story. I told you we will be taking a story from Enugu State, and we also have a resident of Enugu State who is willing to talk to us about what's going on there and how the residents feel about what happened over the weekend, and down to the statement from the police now. That's the updates we have on this story currently. We have with us Kenneth Eze on the line. Is joining us via Zoom, and Kenneth Eze is the president of the Young Farmers Association of Enugu State. Kenneth, welcome. All right, thank you for joining us. Let's move on to our very first story for today. We're first of all going to Enugu State. And reports have it that Enugu State Police have identified Inspector Joseph Ozonwanji as the officer responsible for the fatal shooting of popular Nigerian musician Chikezie Mba, known as Iboja. Governor Peter Mba has mandated a comprehensive investigation while Ozonwanji remains in custody pending its outcome. Enugu's Commissioner of Police, Kanayo Uzuebu, has visited the Mba's family, promising swift justice and reiterating the commitment of the Nigeria Police Force to hold accountable any erring officer. The incident occurred at the police anti-cult unit facility, where multiple gunshots were reportedly fired during an event, and Mba was caught in the crossfire, sadly sustaining multiple wounds before dying en route to the hospital. Initially, police described Mba's visit as friendly, claiming he was shot as he was leaving. Although the reasons for the shooting remain unclear, Mba's tragic death has sparked public outcry from residents, leading to protests by fans and friends. Governor Mba has assured the community of transparency and justice in the investigation. Yes, Kenneth, I would like to bring you in on this story. Your thoughts, please. Okay, we can barely hear you. I don't know what your network's like over there, but it looks like it's interrupting the connection. We can't hear you clearly. Sounds like network is not being friendly on your side. But can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay, you can hear me, and it looks like I can hear you clearer now. So, yes, let's have your thoughts on this incident that happened in Enugu.
And he told
it's still not clear. It's still not clear. Your voice is still not clear. Hello, Kenneth, you can hear me. We are trying so hard to put your words together to understand what you're saying. So I don't know how you'd work on your network on your side, because I feel like your network is interrupting our communication, the connection at the moment. If it's still not good from there, maybe you could log off and then log in again. Maybe you could go off and come on again if it'll be better this time, okay? While we expect you to do that, I'll quickly introduce my guest in the studio. I have with me Frank Eneawaji. Thank you so much for joining us. He's a public affairs analyst, one of our regulars on ATN Blowout, and he has so much to say about the stories that are trending in Nigeria today. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for coming. I know it mustn't have been so easy getting here.
No.
Thank you so much. Okay, let's look at this incident from Enugu State, the shooting of the musician, and the fact that we've heard reports that currently the policeman who carried out that action have been, behind the shooting of the musician have been identified by the police. And then the governor has also spoken to the people because there was a protest where the fans of this musician were out there on the streets, and other youths saying the youths are not meant for sacrifice. But let's get your thoughts on this story.
I want to say it is very, very unfortunate. There was no crisis. There was no protest that led to the death of this child. It's unfortunate. In Nigeria, I don't know why we will say accidental killing or discharge. Sometimes we call it happy trigger policemen. I don't know why we keep hearing this in our society. This is a man who will say will be a peacemaker, using his music to entertain the public. Even when the public may seem so sad. The people, if you look at this time, we need to even engage in listening to music. And now that this man has been killed innocently, without any provocation. So ordinarily, I would say it is very, very shameful and very, very disgusting that a policeman, people have been saying that there is need for some policemen to go through a kind of to check their mental status. It's not everybody that should carry gun. Because if I know that, I was told that by my little way of knowing what is happening in life, that you cannot just, a gun has a lock. That no matter what happens, if you lock a gun, it will not shoot. So by the time you unlock the gun, it means you want to shoot. And if the man is asked, we've heard that he had been arrested, the man has gone. What about his family? What about his friends? See, today, whether we like it or not, the family has lost something. It's also the society. This I would say is it was a hard-working man who is making impact in the society, and for no just cause, somebody just maybe because he's holding a gun and just release the bullet, and to no avail. What I will say now is dead. Oh, no, we have arrested him. We can't bring back the man to life. So it is the onus should be on those who carry our is a public facility, right, or public asset. I mean the gun, which we say is procured by Nigerian money or our taxpayer money. When you carry it, when you are carrying the gun, think of safety, your own safety and the safety of others. When there is no crisis, as we are discussing now, there was no crisis that triggered the killing of the musician.
They said they were shooting at an event.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
The man was he the shooter? The man was not. The musician is an entertainer who was out to maybe to go and entertain his friends or the hosts, those invited him for that occasion. Even at that, there's no need for police to just begin to shoot gun all the guns predominantly in Nigeria. There's need for proper investigation to know where the shooting is coming from before you even release, because you will kill innocent people, and that's what was shown today.
That's what we're looking at now, because that was an event, and if it's an event, it means a lot of people.
That's what I'm saying. So you must do severe or thorough investigation. No matter that's what you see in this country, or non-government. You must properly work, check before you even release your bullet. Because we are talking of gathering. Yes, let's agree with them that somebody was shooting at the event. But the person killed, is it the one that shot? No, the answer is no.
They didn't say somebody was shooting.
No, even if there's a noise of gun.
Okay.
You must properly check. That's what we do in this country.
No, the statement was that there was shooting from the police, and then one of the bullets actually.
Now I'm saying, why must the police even shoot? Get that point. You are carrying a gun. There was no crisis. So why must you even touch the trigger to release the bullet? In this country, everybody who carries a gun, that's what we see in this country. So first, you are the heads of affair. You are above the law. There's nothing
you don't need to shoot because you have a gun. Even in a very volatile situation, you have to observe before you even release the trigger. But one thing in this country, so far as you are in charge, you see what the police do sometimes. So far as they are carrying the gun, when you ask question, or guy is something now, they will slap you. Why? So in Nigeria, it's abuse of human rights. So ordinarily, this man now who has made this decision to engage in an untimely death, supposed not to even carry gun. We need to check his mental status. Is it at that point what actually triggered the shooting? Before you know, the arrest will mean nothing to me because the life is gone.
I'm really interested in knowing how the residents feel now that the police has identified the police officer who was involved in this shooting, because we have reports that the residents actually came out to protest, and the fans and everybody, and I got to speak to a resident of Enugu State who was very sad about the event, and he was just complaining and telling me what was going on in the state at that time. And that's why I wanted to have one of the residents of Enugu State talk to us about what is going on and how the residents are feeling currently concerning the fact that the move that the police has made, and that's Kenneth, who the network did not allow us to talk to him. But I told him to reach back. I don't know if Kenneth is up now. Okay, not yet. Kenneth is not yet up.
So
yes,
what is happening?
Okay.
There was no crisis. It was the killing of the militias that triggered the protest.
Yes.
And there was no initial arrest of the shooter, I mean the policeman. It was also the protest that led to what we are discussing today. My own concern as a person is that this thing is becoming too many in Nigeria.
Right. So what do you think should be done at the moment?
That's what I'm saying.
It's not just the residents of Enugu that have been thrown into money. The whole of Nigeria right now.
And it's sending a wrong signal to Nigerian state.
What do you think we can do?
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
We know that there could be security in Nigeria in some part of the world. But when there's peace, people gather in a place. There's no need for a policeman. We've seen it happen almost every day.
So for the police to be there, it means that something probably happened that called the attention of the police.
No.
Or they were invited.
Sorry, I've gone to occasion where only just for entertainment you see police presence. That tells you our society is sorry. Okay. We'll see some VIPs go to an occasion. Sometimes nothing, even wedding, you see them begin to sing on. I have seen it.
Yeah.
They will maybe to make people hiding in terms of, oh, we're here. Oh, this man we have come to visit is a big man. No, it's our mentality.
Wait, you just said sometimes the police will just start shooting.
I have seen it as a kind to show we are with you. I have seen it, not one time.
Okay, let's go back to what you were saying about what we can do to prevent. So we can
yes,
to other
for me, or not just cause, no matter the festivity, no one should shoot bullets. Sorry, abuse of use of guns in Nigeria is an alarming rate. I have seen this several times.
But are you also aware that it is not allowed? It's not something that...
No, I'm saying it's abuse. I use the word abuse.
Yes, exactly. So even if you say they should let these policemen know that this is not allowed, they are aware.
They are aware, I'm saying it should be brought under control. No matter who is there, no matter the senator that is there, no matter the minister that is there, no matter who is the director is there, no matter how rich he is, nobody should shoot gun, even in burial. Okay. Sorry, you see, well, it's not even the one what they call
burials. We hear it a lot.
It's not even the one gun salute. It's not about that one. You know that they will just intentionally begin to shoot gun to show that they have arrived. We are with this man, and it sent a wrong signal to our society. Like you are trying to tell me, any policeman who is carrying gun should be conscious of what is carrying, and that's another point we need to take. No man should carry gun and unlock the gun. Lock the gun, except when there is a kind of tension.
All right, thank you so much, Frank, for your thoughts on
that story. The government or the policemen on ground, they should take their mental state while carrying gun. Because sometimes we hear happy trigger policemen shooting people innocently. They should know. And they should not look at Nigerians as slaves that they can maltreat any time. You can shoot. Because in the end, this issue of arrest, sometimes if it's not talking, it will go nowhere.
All right, thank you.
The man has gone.
Sadly, that's the very sad part of it. No matter what happens, the protest, the arrest and all of that, the victim is already gone. But then it's also important that something is done to prevent other victims from going the same way. And our hearts go out to the families, the fans and the friends of the victim. Now let's move on to the next story. The Inspector General of Police, Kaede Betokun, has ordered a prompt and discreet investigation into the clash between policemen and Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps personnel in Oshobo, Osun State. Betokun condemned the incident as an embarrassment to both security agencies and stressed the importance of mutual respect and collaboration. Now, moving on with the story, the altercation reportedly involved the assault and detention of an NSCDC officer named Oweye while on duty. The Assistant Inspector General of Zone 11 to uncover the root causes to prevent future incidents. He emphasized professionalism and esprit de corps as vital for effective security operations. Betokun's recent directives also include boosting security nationwide, highlighting the force's commitment to public safety. What would you say about this altercation and confrontation between the police and the NSCDC officers?
First, I want to say it's unnecessary, and this has become a recurring smile in our society. It's a show of shame. Sorry, is this not the first time? It's not the second time. I think at this age, this has happened more than 20 times in Nigeria. And the issue of show of class, it shouldn't be. It shows a level of uncivilization. Sorry. But when you see these security agencies coming together to begin to shoot themselves, who is superior, who is inferior, I think it's showing us the kind of society we are living in. Society of class. Not an egalitarian society. In Nigeria, if somebody feels is superior, you know, when you wear uniform, my uniform is more superior to our own. And that's what is happening. And they forget about security. Nigerians are in the hand of kidnappers, bandits, Boko Haram, and others. And yet, you can see any civil defense and police exchanging bullets of who is superior. For me, it shows how sick our society is in terms of security aspect. But ordinarily, look at issue of he was maltreated. This somebody by his position. If I'm, for instance, I'm a civil defense officer or official or personnel, by my position, at least policemen should treat me as a uniform man. It's not about, oh, you are not part of us. Mind you, whatever we are discussing about security, all of them are security agents. Whether you call it police or DSS or Navy, so army, whichever they are all security agencies put together to fight insecurity in our land. But oftentimes in Nigeria, you see security men engaging in who is superior and who is so superior. And this is what has led to this. It has happened in Lagos, in rivers, where sometimes you see them extending and killing themselves, which is unfortunate. And that's what we're doing now. For me, I will pray that there should be a law that every security agency in Nigeria should be on the same level. Because whether we like it or not, the IG, even the Director General or whatever, the Controller of NSCDC or whatever, they should not see each other and meet the other person as inferior or superior. They engage in the same work, whether you like it or not. In security, today there is high level security in Nigeria, but when we begin to, there is sometimes combined force. So when you combine force, you put another personnel in a team, put a DSS in a team, put maybe civil defense in a team, and you put a policeman in a team. Kind of a routine security mission, and somebody begin to drag. I am the one. My team, my security agency is the best in Nigeria. Which one is the best? We see all of them are failing. Sorry. All of them failing Nigerians.
Why do you say all of them?
Sorry.
That's
yes, let me tell something.
Tell me why.
You can see what happened in during a election. All manner of security personnel drafted. You can see EFCC that should go after financial crime defaulters going to engage in interstate election in the name of issue of going to check vote bias. Vote bias, yes. It's not a place for me. Sorry, it's not a place. Please can do that job effectively.
They are also fit. They are also.
They are not fit. They are wrong.
No. What I mean by fit, there are cases where we have seen
election is with USCC.
Hold on, please. There are cases where we have seen the police or the security agencies carry out rescue missions.
Yes.
We have seen them investigate and actually uncover hidden truth.
Yes.
Crime.
Yes.
We've seen them arrest perpetrators.
I agree with you. Yes.
So to look at the negativities and just conclude that there are no positivity doing anything that is right or positive.
I give their
uniform and their office.
I give a blanket statement. See, I'm a Nigerian.
I am too.
If you look at what is happening in this country now, as I'm talking, just like what we are trying to maybe direct so that I will withdraw my statement. As we're discussing today, Nigerians are in the camp of or enclave of kidnappers. Some of them have been for 4 years. Today we are forgetting about Leah Sharibu. Are you aware? More than 10 years now. We are forgetting about that. It has been maybe Boko Haram has given up to marriage.
Sadly.
And we are forgetting. And we come here to fight ourselves, security men, who should even tell us about the intelligence map to capture the enclave of Boko Haram, Iswap, kidnappers. Today to travel to Abuja, travel to Kaduna, even from this side. You can see what happened even during the FIFA, I mean 2025 African Cup of Nations. Are you aware that some journalists going to Uyo to cover the match were also killed? Are you aware? On the road, as we discussed today, it was difficult for me. I just prayed that there should be no all this unnecessary brouhaha, confusion that we see among the security agencies in Nigeria. It shouldn't be. That's my point, because they are failing me when they engage in such squabbles. So that's the point I'm trying to make. There should be sanity.
And I wonder, just like you have said earlier, why any of them would feel superior and inferior. Is it because of the trainings
which training?
The trainings of the army being different from the training of the police, being different from the training of the NSCDC. Because I will take it back to when the presidency talked about the agro rangers. A lot of Nigerians were laughing because they said, why would you send the NSCDC to fight Boko Haram? What happened to the military? So that is already discriminating. Don't you think that is already like, you know, discriminating and cutting off classes and all of that?
See,
because even you reacted by laughing.
No, I must see. There's a misplacement of priority. See, in America, they have all manner of security agencies. FBI, CIA. They are all security agencies. Even they engage in international investigation. FBI, CIA. They are also police. They engage in critical security investigation. But here, sometimes they combine. Everybody knows his limit. Sometimes they just say jurisdiction. The issue what I'm trying to say is that it is unfortunate that these security agencies in Nigeria will begin to fight each other or one another. It's unfortunate. It is wrong. It tells you how we feel in our uniform. That when I see somebody in uniform, I should prostrate and say Dobale, or is it Dobale they call it?
Should we not respect our men in uniform?
No. See, it's an issue of respect. So when I was a boy, let me tell you, when I was a boy in the village of Ebukuma in Andoni, some years ago, I respected people in uniform. You don't even see gun then, but mere seeing somebody in police uniform,
okay, you
have respect for him. But today they are also abused because of their interference in some matters. Sometimes criminals, see, I will not forget 5 years ago, somebody reported the matter to the police to help them at least track some criminals. The man was killed. Who leaked the secret of who leaked the secret? Because they say bring report. Today there's no trust again. Sorry, let me be frank, that's the problem. There's no trust even among the security agencies in Nigeria. Therefore, sometimes you may say, oh, there's an act of sabotage.
Right.
That somebody is opposing the effort. So for me, I pray for unity of purpose to be able to fight insecurity that is our enemy in the land. That's my point. Not issue of I'm superior, this one is inferior. It's a bad omen to our security issues in Nigeria.
All right, thank you, Frank. Thank you so much for your thoughts on that one. Let's look at what the presidency is saying about boosting the economy and then the future, especially when you look at Nigerian youths and education. Well, we have reports that the presidency has urged Nigerian youths to abandon the notion that education is a scam. At the inaugural Next Generation Engagement event in Kano, Ms. Rinsola Abiola, Senior Special Assistant to President Bola Tinubu, emphasized education's significance for a prosperous future. The Next Generation project is an initiative that was launched by Abiola's office aimed at fostering civic education and enhancing youth leadership skills in collaboration with the National Orientation Agency. Speaking to an audience of senior secondary school students, Abiola highlighted the Tinubu administration's recognition of education as essential for preparing young people for a successful future. And then she highlighted initiatives like the Nigerian Education Loan Fund. I would like to get your thoughts on that one, to assist students and addressing senior secondary school students. She stressed the link between higher education and increased earning potential, encouraging youth to prioritize learning. The event also focused on civic education, with Abiola calling for proactive citizenship and responsible social media use. Presentations included warnings about substance abuse from NDLEA and mentorship from prominent figures. Similar engagements are planned for other states and all of that. But let's go back to what she said about education not being a scam. You know, a lot of youths believe that education now is a scam, and they have reasons for this belief, especially young students from secondary school. They'll tell you there's no need to go to the higher institution. That they look up to people who have gone to school, who have graduated, and they realize that there are no jobs. They're looking for jobs, and then when they go on social media, they find out that some of the people who are making it big, who are their role models, did not go to school. So they end up with the slang or the saying that education is a scam.
Well, for me, I will not also come here and tell you that education is a scam. No, it's not a scam. I will not stand and say it's not a scam. But I will also look at what the youths are saying. Education is not a scam. But when you look at what is happening today, let me tell you, I wrote my junior WAEC. When the federal government of Nigeria introduced junior WAEC, they told us who were to write junior WAEC as of that time that if you can't further your education, sorry, I must say it because, you see, education is for self-reliance. We have what we call policy on education. But are we following as a nation? I am an educationist. Are we following the Nigerian policy of education? On education? Are we following? To my informed mind, the answer is no as a nation. Sorry.
We're not following our own policies.
Our own policy. I mean, federal government of Nigeria.
So what are these policies you're making reference to?
I told you, by virtue of you being in secondary school, you must be self-reliance. Even for you to go to, for you to attain, to have graduated from secondary school, by virtue of having the knowledge of education in your secondary school level, so what to be self-reliance. Now let me tell you, I was told that if you are able to get junior WAEC certificate, then you can get, if you cannot further, but not everyone can go to Royal WAEC. Sometimes people drop out before even going to SS3. Government convinced Nigerians why they introduced junior WAEC. We are paying, people are paying for junior WAEC as in terms of a professional exam. And in the end, nothing is being talked about junior WAEC now in terms of using it for employment. Are you aware? So if somebody says job work is a scam, is it wrong? Sorry, because I have written job work.
But we have the senior wife.
You don't understand me. Get my point. We should not make every paper got from any school in Nigeria certificate approved by the federal government of Nigeria by law should be a working document.
Okay.
Why must I spend maybe 3 years in junior secondary school and I will not get anything? Somebody will just come out somewhere. He has not gone to any formal school and is doing something with politicians. Like you talk of the NDLA, they mentioned NDLA. You can hear that NDLA, the agency that is involved in drug control, has accused a Senate majority leader. So if young people are seeing that such a man, you can see Senate now hurriedly trying to woodwink and to mess up. See, when people are not doing the right thing, it will show. But I will say that education is not a scam. People should go to school, and we need to foster development. I was told education is key to development. And what are we doing?
That's what we're told today again.
That is it. So when we are not doing the right thing, it makes it a scam. Sorry. Because one thing that I do know, that I have known, if you are going to school, you will learn more things to use in at least developing yourself and the society. But in Nigeria, sorry, so first we have the potential to change this country. But because you are not in party A and party B, your education becomes nothing. Are you aware? I knew of a professor from maybe Zaria, Professor Mohammed, who wrote to the federal government of Nigeria with the weight of knowledge, the intellect he had, wrote to the Nigerian government then and asked the Nigerian government 10 million naira then, as of 80 something, to do a research in palm tree research. There was no reply to that man till today. The man Jakpa, I think that's the one we are saying now, Jakpa or travel out of this country to Malaysia and wrote then too, not this year, not last year, about 10 years ago, wrote to the government of Malaysia seeking for $20 million, which today it will be in billions in naira. Yes, now. He wrote to the then $20 million for grants to do research on palm tree. And
so what exactly is the issue of education? I know you've talked about the some of the certificates not being recognized.
Yes.
You have made reference to the junior WAEC and all of that. Yes. But let's also look at the system holistically.
Yes, the system, like we said, we have what you call 634 system. Today we are having calling of universal basic education from primary 1 to GSS3 also, which you spend 9 years, and in the end, man, you write your first living is there also, the job work is there. Now you just spend another 3 years in senior secondary, and you write your NECO or SSC. All is to boost your potential in education, so you can stand anywhere. It's not about reading and writing. It's about knowing how to be productive. That's what today we are talking about entrepreneurial study. It was in primary school that I knew how to mend nets and how to weave baskets and mats. So you can't, school is not about reading and writing. So it's not a scam. But when you see that the government is like not looking at education as a way of fostering, of developing the economy, it's a serious matter. And that's why when the young people look at those who are making wave in this country, they have also done their own investigation. They have not gone to the front wall of any school in Nigeria.
You know, this thing you mentioned about learning something that you can use in the society is very important.
Yes.
Because when you look at the tertiary institutions, sometimes these kids go to school, these students go to school, and then at the end of the day, they come out, they graduate.
Yes.
And they cannot use anything that they learnt in school to make money outside. So it's more like they're just out there looking for jobs. right? And then when the job doesn't come, or when they don't find the job, because of course the government has told us they can't employ every single human being that is unemployed. But then the job doesn't come, and then you find out that these students cannot really do anything to make money with what they have learned. Not all of them do, but with what they have learned. So when they venture into business, you find out they are doing something completely different from what they studied in school.
Let me tell you this. The issue of schooling is to groom somebody, to nurture somebody. I have my own potential. We may also study medicine. Like I do tell people, it's not all those who study medicine are practicing doctors. You may know that. It's not all those who practice who went and studied law are practicing lawyers. So I'm not going to court. So not even, they have not done what they call charge and bail case. They have not done it. But they have other areas in life. Because school will help you to harness your potential. So for me, the worry is that when you see the highly placed in Nigeria not even supporting education, it means that they say that education is a scam. Like we just say that this issue of school loan, it has gone to silence. We are not hearing it again. How are we implementing the loans or the loan, the student loan, which has become issue of argument? Is working, is not working. The modalities put in place for the loan for students to even acquire it or get the loan is becoming so difficult, so rigid, so stringent.
Would not even agree less, because we have spoken to some students who have said that they were not able to even register on the site.
That's what I'm saying now.
It was so difficult. Some of them even concluded that it's possible that the site that was released
is a scam.
Is not the real site, because they're wondering how the actual people who have gotten what sites they use. Like
the state government of Rivers State, the state government gave a loan and we saw it.
How would it have been?
And that's what people are saying is a scam also.
How would it have been made better? How would it have been made easier for the students?
We are discussing, we must believe in public way of, doing things right in the public. Let me tell you for free. The issue is this: you have announced to the whole world, you have been student loan is not a Nigerian thing only. It is also practiced in America, quote me anywhere. Joe Biden, when he came on board, this is his first tenure. It's about, according to the issue of health, he will not be able to contest. His vice is taking over the mantle of the rest. When Joe Biden came on board, some students who have graduated from school who could not pay the loan, what did he do? He cancelled it. I was aware. I'm in Nigeria. I was aware. He cancelled the loan. But here in Nigeria, it has become faceless. It was not 5 billion. 5 billion is too small for the loan also. Considering the huge number of students from those from indigent families. Not those, but let me tell you, even if the loan is operational, those who have access to the loan are those also who are already rich. So that's one day problem too. So when we are saying, when the person talking is in Kano saying that it's a scam, I believe, but the process that our leaders are using to showcase what is happening to education makes this a scam.
All right, thank you.
But it's not a scam.
Thank you very much.
So they should come with the human face to make it work. Education should be made to work. Government should fund it. You can even as we're discussing today, SANU and others, they're about to go on strike. So we need to allow things to work in education. Fund education. Sorry, most of us, education also to have a timeline.
So you believe
there's no timeline in Nigeria?
What do you mean?
Sorry. I did a master's. Two masters at a time. Not at different interval. Let me tell you. They will tell you 18 months. Go and check. It's always in the book, 18 months. But you cannot, even when you are the super student, there's no way you can graduate in 18 months in Nigeria. Thank God for one promise of former BC of Ignition University. He said it is a crime for master degree students to pay school fees 2 times. But now they are paying more than 3 times in Nigeria.
As much as we would want to continue this conversation, I'd like to
front lines across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains. Through the Sahara, we bring all the sport news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economic, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today, only on ATN.
We appreciate you for staying with us. Thank you so much for standing by. We'll move on to our next story. Mr. Ukadike Chinedu, the Publicity Secretary for the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN, has assured that the ongoing fuel scarcity will be resolved soon, and he attributed the shortage to supply chain disruptions as the government shifts from importing petroleum products to sourcing from Dangote. Chinedu explained that Dangote has already dispatched 300 trucks and supplies for the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited. Plans are underway to use vessels for coastal delivery to reduce reliance on road transport, lower accidents, and potentially decrease fuel prices. He emphasized the need for independent marketers to access Dangote's products directly, bypassing middlemen. NNPCL has resumed supplies, and financial support is becoming or being provided through the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, NMDPRA. Chinedu expressed confidence that these efforts will soon stabilize fuel availability nationwide, and that's why they have said that scarcity will ease soon. A statement by IPMAN. Do you see this happening anytime soon? Let's start from the eradication of the middlemen and these marketers just going directly to get the fuel. What is your thoughts on that? But you know, there was a banter earlier between marketers and NNPCL on whether they'll buy from NNPCL or whether they'll be allowed to just go straight to Dangote and purchase fuel.
Well, it is another scam.
What is the scam?
Sorry, our leaders are playing on Nigerians. Petroleum products. Do we need a society to tell us that we have crude oil in Nigeria? We don't need a society. We don't need even a prophet. We don't need anybody to tell us what we have already. But because of our mismanagement aspect of our natural resources, it has become an issue of bargaining. Let us be frank. Are we supposed to be talking about scarcity in Nigeria for now? The answer to the informer is no. President Tinubu told me, he told us, he told me in 2023 that by December ending of 2023, that Port Harcourt refinery would begin operation. As we're discussing now, that has not been done, and nobody was punished, and nobody has been asked. Explain to Nigeria why Port Harcourt refinery that
that's the annoying part with this.
They have spent over, according to the former administration of Buhari, the one I know is that $1.5 billion.
That is the part where a lot of Nigerians are calling the attention of the government, because each time the promise is made concerning having the refineries functional, we're usually not told why it didn't happen, or this is why we didn't keep to our promise. The only thing is, after a while we hear again that the refinery will be functional at a particular time. But aside, let's not keep hitting on this. We'll talk about it, yes. But let's go back to the statement that was made now, about scarcity is in swing.
Yes, like Dangote.
The middlemen take
Dangote. No, yes. It's about Dangote now.
Yes.
You can see the parties surrounding Dangote refinery. It's unfortunate. We must tell us the truth. Those in charge of economy behave as if maybe we don't think. Dangote has become also one source. So it doesn't mean that without Dangote operating in Nigeria, all of us go home and die. The purchase of oil in Nigeria is what I want the federal government of Nigeria to unbundle.
So are you saying they should keep importing? So it's
no, they should unbundle. They should allow us.
No, the part where you said it's just Dangote, so without Dangote.
No, even Dangote has become another politics. You are aware? Dangote finally was commissioned last year. Sorry. It's not only up to 3 months now that we're discussing Dangote production. Are you aware? It's not the usual that he will buy in naira, he will buy in dollar. Dangote as a person will go out to import. It's unfortunate. Sorry. Whatever it's like we are dramatizing. We are entertaining Nigerians. For what we know is creating economic chaos in Nigeria. As I'm talking to you today, what defines my life in Nigeria is petroleum product. Are you aware? What I pay to this place is about petroleum product. The food I eat it is determined by petroleum product. Are you aware? The cost of living in Nigeria is determined by. So why are we playing politics, dirty politics on our crude? So what they're saying is unfortunate that we're saying, oh, scarcity. There are some countries that they don't have even single deposit of crude in their headquarters. Yet they don't discuss scarcity. Nigeria is number 6 in the whole world from what I gathered. But look at how we are suffering. Libya is in North Africa. Their refinery is working. For what we just did last 3 weeks, by our own comparison, a liter of petrol, what we call PMS in Nigeria, in Libya is not up to 18 naira. Quote me anywhere. You people should go and go. Right, so why are we discussing scarcity? It's a deliberate effort by those in charge of oil to keep creating confusion and condition to make more money from Nigerians.
When you say those in charge of oil,
yes,
I can imagine.
Are you in charge?
Who exactly you are talking about? There are lots of people in charge of oil.
Who are in charge?
If you want to look at the petroleum minister now, you're going straight to the president.
Yes.
If you want to look at the NNPCL, there are various individuals. So I wonder who you're pointing fingers at when you say
those in charge of oil.
But we have a story that is somewhat related to this, but
yes,
later on.
yeah.
So let's take this story quickly so we can get there. We have the Nigeria Labour Congress, the NLC, blaming the IMF, International Monetary Fund, for Nigeria's economic challenges, including the removal of fuel subsidy by the Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration. NLC President Joe Ajero accused the IMF of being involved, not just the IMF now, the IMF and the World Bank, of influencing the harsh policies that worsen living conditions in developing countries. The union has criticized the IMF's denial of involvement, arguing that the organization has consistently pushed for austerity measures leading to higher cost of living. The NLC called for Nigeria to reclaim its economic autonomy and resist external policies that focus on fiscal metrics over social welfare. Now, the statement warned the government to learn from past experiences with these institutions, which often deny responsibility when policies fail. You know, the IMF have denied the responsibility, and they have said that is a domestic affair. It's not. It has nothing to do with them, really. They operate in Nigeria the way they operate in other countries. But then the NLC are saying no. They are firing back at the IMF, and they're saying you are involved. Not just the IMF now, the World Bank. But then the part where they said that Nigeria has to take back its autonomy on economic policy.
Yes.
That is something that a lot of Nigerians would want to explanation on.
Sorry. We do sometimes international comparative analysis of what is happening in our economy. Sorry, Nigeria is like a slave. I mean, not Nigerians. Nigeria.
To who?
To some foreign institutions. That even if somebody prefers to, give this advice, and kill every Nigerian before you can make profit. We just come and kill everybody.
Why do you say Nigeria is like a slave to some of the foreign institutions?
Because it is what IMF will tell the Nigerian government that they want to implement.
When was it stated that IMF was the one who came up with the fuel subsidy removal policy?
Listen. Ask me, I will answer you. Most of our leaders listen to people outside this nation thinking that they know more than us here. The economy of Nigeria can have a good strategy to work internally more than how it will work outside. Today, as we're discussing today, our economy is on the commoners. Quote me anywhere. Nigeria, maintaining even #1 in Africa, is on the common people who are generating their revenue, paying taxes to government. On the issue of national assets, can you point to one national asset in a way that will say that it's buoyant, giving us hope? If it's only oil that we cannot even produce according to OPEC quota, OPEC has given us a quarter, 1.5. We'll not be able to produce.
I'm trying to get that right.
I will come to you. Now, this is a country like North Korea. They refuse to look at whatever anybody will tell them. Let us work internally. That's what Joe Ajero is saying.
Yes, I get
autonomy, come and do something.
And on that autonomy, I want to quickly ask you now.
Ask me.
When you say that Nigeria likes to listen to foreign advice on things like from foreign institutions like this, is there any compulsion? Is there any, is Nigeria mandated to take these advice from these foreign institutions? What exactly are they holding on to Nigeria that makes you feel like we are like a slave to them?
Thank you. When you are a sovereign nation, and we will stay here and say, look, this is the way to go about our internal matters to be able to achieve our purpose. You will now say, I want to go out. I'm in charge of this country. I want to look. We have experts in Nigeria. Okonjo Iweala, who is the World Trade Organization president, is a Nigerian. So we have some best brains. I'm not saying everybody's a best brain. We have best brains. So why not sit down with us here and look at the modalities that we can put together?
So how do you blame the IMF for that?
I blame. Listen, I didn't say I blame IMF.
No, going by the statement of Joe Ajero.
No, it's not. He's saying you can hear him say take over your economic autonomy. But each time we will talk in Nigeria, they will not listen to us. We go out to listen to international people.
Okay.
That's the point that we stand to make. What happens in America don't work in Nigeria. So what do you want to have? We eat gari commonly in Nigeria. Me, I eat gari. Most Americans don't eat gari. Most Chinese don't eat gari.
What applies here doesn't apply.
That is it. So what do you use what we have to produce what we have?
I don't know if you have seen the story, but Frank, we have reports that about 10,000 fuel stations are to shut down amidst the crisis.
Why?
10,000 fuel stations in Nigeria are on the verge of closure due to the sharp decline in petrol consumption, dropping from 60 million liters per day in May 2023 to 4.5 million liters in August 2024. The Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority data has shown that only 16 states currently receive petrol from the NNPC, leading to widespread shortages. The removal of fuel subsidies in May 2023 resulted in petrol prices skyrocketing by 488%, reaching over 1,000 naira per litre as of October 2024, and significantly affecting the economy. The Petroleum Products Retail Outlet Owners Association of Nigeria and other industry groups have reported a significant financial loss with thousands of jobs at risk. And amidst the challenges, Dangote Refinery has started shipping petrol with 79 million litres recently dispatched. The refinery aims to reduce Nigeria's dependence on imports and reshape the country's fuel supply landscape. Yet, despite this, we still have 10,000 fuel stations on the verge of shutting down, even though they have the liberty to get petrol directly from Dangote and anywhere else they want to get.
I want to let you know, the cost of procurement, is it cheap? If let's say 2015 somebody is using 10 million to buy 50,000 liters of petrol, 10 million, and today you are using 150 million to buy 100,000 liters of. Are you making gain? We have created the monsters for ourselves. That's what we are discussing. We can also remove the monster and it will work. Sorry, it's not like rocket science. Let me tell you, Nigeria is underproducing and we are not refining. We are still, whether you like it or not, they are still importing fuel. Oh. Sorry, they don't not deceive. And what do they use to import the fuel? It's not naira. The issue of landing costs will come into operation. Issue of demurrage will come into operation. These are ways of milking people, and then they push it to the common Nigerians. So
is it going to be better if we rely solely on Dangote fuel?
No, I'm not saying it's not. Why not at least what Nigerian what most of us are clamoring on now, federal government, if you are sincere, can you make our government refinery to work? Let me tell you, you put oil is on the exclusive list of the federal government. Are you aware? They have not even allowed state to even make any contribution. So even if you build the refinery today, you cannot make it work except you compromise with the federal government. You can see what is happening to Dangote. You can see even Mr. President from few days ago say it will be 1,000 liter. I mean 1,000 naira per liter. You know he plays to Nigerians. Like at the McDonald's, there's no way you can buy a liter of fuel in London 1,000 naira. I bought it last week 1,700 naira. Sorry, I'm not trying to go and lie to anybody on air. In London, in River State, a liter of fuel because we don't have filling station.
No, okay, because there's no fuel station.
That is it.
So that was black.
So who will survive? But we're not human beings. We're not Nigerians.
No single fuel station in the whole local government.
I have told you. Go. Sorry, me. I talk what I know. So does it mean we don't have filling station, so we'll die there? This is what people just created. We created it in Nigeria. We create our man-made confusion, our man-made disaster for Nigerians to keep suffering. This can be solved by this administration if you want to solve.
All right, way forward. Since you have said it can be solved.
So it can be solved.
Tell us the way forward.
One, we need society of pop. We need high-level society from the part of Mr. President Ahmed Tinubu. He must be sincere to Nigerians. As a leader, he must take also responsibility. No shifting blame. Oh, we came to inherit. Leadership is about inheritance. And it's about taxing. I know he's suffering, but he should be able to say, I am part of this government to change the narrative. That's one, sincerity of purpose. Secondly, he had that fiat, that veto power to fix our refineries. He had that. So again, he should give order from now to the end of this month, I mean the end of this year. Let Port Refinery that they are spending so much money begin to work. I don't want to talk about Warri and Kaduna. I think the ones that have visited the one of Port Harcourt. Again, NNPC should not be just a conduit pipe. Should not be agent to sell. NNPC should engage in serious, aggressive oil exploration and exploitation to make money. Thank you. Not just becoming a middleman now, but any business have become a middleman in Nigeria to buy from Dangote, and which has become a serious matter. If these are done, our economy will also change.
Thank you very much for your thoughts. This is where we get to wrap things up. That is the voice of Frank Eneawaji. Thank you so much for your time on the show.
Thank you. I believe in a better Nigeria. It is in our hand to do it.
We all do. Big thanks to you for being part of this conversation. I must also thank my guests who the network didn't let stay. That is Kenneth Ezi. And big thanks to you once again. Remember to stay connected with us on all of our socials: Facebook, YouTube, Atlantic Television Network, Instagram, TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1, and on X at Atlantic TV Net. Watch us live on our website, www.atlanticnetwork.tv. My name is Enidoye Jackson. Stay with us. Has coming up next, Open Conversation.